Hello, everyone. Ryan here again, and just wanted to give a brief review of the movie titled "The Age of Adaline." Now, "The Age of Adaline" it stars Blake Lively. Blake Lively plays the main character, Adaline, and it starts off pretty interesting. It's almost like to me, it was kind of like a ripoff of Frankenstein. Well, it actually has elements of Frankenstein, Forrest Gump, Benjamin Button. And if you take elements from all three of those movies and kind of mix them up and wrap them up in kind of romantic setting, then that's what you get with The Age of Adaline. And so Adaline, she lived sometime during the early 19th century in San Francisco, and she has this car accident. She kind of goes off this cliff, and just when she's on the verge of dying, she gets struck by lightning, and it alters her DNA in some unknown way. There's an interesting scientific explanation after this occurs during this scene, which I was kind of hoping they would keep that theme, that kind of sci-fi theme throughout. Unfortunately, they don't, and I also kind of just hoped that Adaline herself would find out a little bit more about why she suddenly was brought back to life and essentially became immortal. But of course, that's never explained in that movie, because soon after, then the movie becomes this typical love story, romance. And not that I have anything against romantic movies. It's just that after they get past the initial science fiction introduction, then it quickly changes over, and it just becomes like, to me, it just seemed like a rehashing of all of these other really well-known love stories and romantic movies. So to me, after that, it wasn't anything new, at least not to me. But I mean, and then of course, she shows Adaline ends up living well into her hundreds. I think she lives up to like the age of like 107 or something like that, or at least close to 110. And then of course she eventually, she decides to stop running, because sometime in the 50s she's accused of being a communist. If you're familiar with what happened with the whole thing during the 1950s, well, you could Google it. And too many people were suspicious of why, she suddenly stopped aging. So she then started moving from city to city every so often, and it created a lot of problems for her, until eventually she decides to kind of stop and settle down. But then she has trouble accepting this. She struggles with whether or not she should, just finally settle down and stay in one city, in one place. And then, of course, she does, there's a romantic interest, and like I said, for me, that the science fiction portion of it is really interesting. I had hoped that they would have expanded on that a little bit more, not to the point where it got too technical, but at least I don't know, a little more. It's, but I mean, if you're into the typical kind of love story that has just a very slight, very light science fiction twist, then definitely The Age of Adaline would definitely be right up your alley. So, yeah. On a scale of 1 tomato to 10 tomatoes, I give The Age of Adaline 6.8 tomatoes. And that's only because, I didn't like that the story just quickly changed to a typical kind of love story. So, yeah, if that's what you're into, a typical love story kind of thing, then hey, definitely check out the Age of Adaline. Rent it, buy it, stream it, whatever you can do. So, thanks for watching this review. Don't forget, check out my blog, lawyerreviews.wordpress.com. And also, don't be afraid to follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @lawyerreviews. So, until next time, peace.